Yeah, I would just like to make a statement, and there's many options here, and I don't know where we're going to end up as a council, but I really need to make some statements here as it relates to this, and you touched on some of these, but I think the community needs to hear this, and we as a council really need to take this to heart. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a mandated state payment. We don't have options. I mean, I think if we all had an option of changing the pensions or phasing in 401ks or looking at ways that we could reduce our pension costs, we would do it. This is mandated by the state. We have no options here, and I think for the last 17 or 18 years, the city council, for whatever reason, and I was a part of that, and I think maybe because it's not a popular thing to do or an easy thing to do, we've kept our rate at 60 cents, which has really put us in the hole. And what I see happening, and we can do that again. We really can do that again. With some of these options, we're going to have to come up with anywhere from $800,000 to $1 million plus out of our general fund, which we've already heard, as Mr. Gallagher said, we don't have, and this puts us even deeper. And I'm also likening to what we're having to deal with now with the health insurance for retirees, that for the same amount of time, no one ever really took any action, and we're stuck now with, I think someone said, the black eye of having to make some very, very difficult decisions. I don't know which options we'll come up with and which ones the public, I think if we raise the property tax, the public will never like it, but eventually, somewhere along the line, a council in the future and our children, our grandkids, are going to have to come up with this money by the year 2033. And so I think we have to take a real hard look at what is the right thing to do and not necessarily what is the popular thing to do. And I think the citizenry out there needs to realize that whatever we come up with, these are not monies to hire new staff and to pay bigger salaries and to buy more stuff and to build police stations and to buy more fire trucks. It's to pay an obligation that we are bound by. And I think for us to not take action at in time and for the citizens not to come forward and say, we're going to have to pay for this sometime, when can we start or how can we do it to make it the least painful? I think we're doing a disservice to the future of this community and to future councils. I don't know what the answers are, and I don't know what the best scenario is. I hope that I see people shaking their heads out there. I hope those people that are shaking their heads can come forward at the public hearing with some very constructive feedback and get to us before the council. We can discuss those issues. It's easy to criticize, and it's easy to say no new taxes. And if anyone can come forward with some constructive ideas, whether it be from the council, whether it be from the staff, or would be from the public, I'm sure every one of us up here will listen. But I think that that's an important thing to keep in mind, that these are mandated, these are not options that we have, and we can continue to say we're not going to raise these rates, and we will find ourselves each year getting further and further and further in the hole.